You are now listening to the smooth sounds of Loveeee. Ciao, beautiful souls. My name's Atiya, and I am your future bestie in your head. I am a sex-positive animal activist. I grew up in Queens, New York, and was homeschooled/unschooled for about 12 years. I was a virgin until I was 24 and attempted to have a hoe phase for 2 years, which eventually led me to being accidentally/intentionally celibate. And here we are today. My past left me with a lot of wild stories, a lot of lessons, and a hell of a lot of trauma. Thank God for my wicked sense of humor, because God only knows I would have perished by now. With that being said, this is your gentle reminder that the loveeeee experience was created as a safe space for me to reflect and share the lessons that I've learned from past traumas. Shit gets real on this podcast, and topics such as domestic violence, sexual assault, substance abuse, depression, anxiety, and suicide may be referenced. If you are working through feeling triggered by certain topics, this may not be the show for you right now, and that's okay. Healing takes time and isn't linear. I'll be here when you're ready. Now, without further ado, the loveeeee experience is an experience. So get ready for laughs, crazy story times, and life-changing pleasure tips here on the Loveeeee Experience podcast. Hey cuties, are you ready to have an orgasm? If so, then check out my pleasure shop, Ethereal X, which is officially launched. I'm so excited. I'm giving 15% off for Virgo season because I love my season. It's my birthday season, and I just want to be able to gift y'all with something extra sweet. So check out Ethereal X on loveeeee.com. Sign up for my email list and you will get 15% off of your first purchase. Now on my site, I have a whole array of pleasure products for all different kinds of bodies and different kinds of people. So there's definitely gonna be something for you to enjoy. And I also sell my vegan hair and skincare from my company Ethereal by Loveeeee. It's all handmade and made with love. All of my products work, and all of my products, like I said, are infused with love. So head to my website, loveeeee.com, sign up for everything that I have for you to sign up for, and enjoy. Thank you for your support. I love you so much, and I hope that you love this episode as much as I love you. Mwah. Like my little mic.
I love it.
Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome to the Loveeeee Experience. It's your girl, Loveeeee. If you're watching this on YouTube, then you see my little dick mic. Yeah. This is about the perfect size that I like my dicks. Today, we have I don't want to say the most amazing because all of my guests are so amazing, but like y'all have a special place in my heart. We have Aurelien and Jess coming from Paris, France. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome. Welcome. Yeah, they're doing the millennial heart, and I'm gonna do it back, but it just takes my brain a second, and I'm a millennial, so I feel like, or is it a Gen Z heart? Anyways, how are y'all doing today?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for having us.
Okay. Oh my God. Thank y'all so much. That's why I was so silent. I was like, maybe it's just because I'm talking. I had my it was a little dick microphone, so I guess I'm not able to do both for whatever reason. So it's okay. But welcome, y'all. Shout out to the technical glitches. You know, we love those.
Definitely. It happened.
Yes, thank you. Exactly. I'll give myself grace.
Thank you so much for having us. I'm so happy to be here today, and I'm so excited. This is a project that I 100% like loved once you spoke about it, and now that it's happening, I'm actually really excited. I'm very happy. And one little mistake. It's not a mistake. It's not even a mistake. It's just you said we're from Paris. We're from actually Lille, which is 1 hour away from Paris. I mean, we're not from originally, but that's where we live. And it's 1 hour away from Paris by train. And it's a beautiful city if people want to visit.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Please, please correct me. My geography.
No, it's fine. Don't worry.
Thank you.
So I was going to say the same actually. So I'm Jess. We've been really eager to share this moment with you. Like, we support what you do. We support the news we saw on Instagram lately. So yeah, like we were really eager, and we actually had a great connection when we met you, and it's great to continue fitting it.
Yes, because you have to actually let people know where we met.
Y'all, and this is exactly why I love you, because you're literally in my head, because that was the first question or the first thing on that outline. So thank you so much. The way that we all met was that we went to the CES Tech Conference in Las Vegas in January. And I remember I was sitting in like the second or third row, I think, and I would always like spot out the other Black people. So I'm like, okay, like where are my fellow cousins? And then me and Jess, I feel like, were we like a couple of rows apart? Because we didn't talk until we got up to wait in line.
No, I think I was in front of you.
Okay, you were in front, and then yeah, we got in line to like ask about grants and stuff like that, and then somehow the conversation started. I think we started talking about my sex toy, because I think I spoke about how I needed funding for my company or something like that. Yeah, and then I don't even know. I feel like that maybe was the initiating thing, and I think I asked you if you had LinkedIn, and then your LinkedIn was down, and it was like a whole bunch of this tech stuff that was going around.
Yeah, I do remember it because we were like waiting in line to talk to, actually I think it was Kickstarter actually.
Yes.
And we were like just connecting and like, oh, what are you here for and what are you here for, and I actually showed you the project of HIGOtech, and yeah, so yeah, that's how we connected actually.
Yeah, and then I literally fell in love and just love y'all forever after that. And then you were like, oh no, you have to meet my friend. You were like, he's the owner of this. And like, I was astonished by everything that Jess had shown me. Like, it was, I couldn't believe that this was just, I don't know, it was just an amazing, but we're gonna talk more about HIGOtech in a second, but it was just an amazing idea and an amazing concept. And I'll hold my thought in when we start talking about it, but I'll put it in my head. Did you have something to say, Aurelien?
Yes, talking about Kickstarter, because that's the what made you guys meet each other. I want to say, if she passes by, I want to say hi to Heather from Kickstarter, which is an amazing soul and someone that I met. We met, you actually met her as well. She's amazing. So I just want to say, because when we said Kickstarter, it reminded me of her. So if she passes by, I say hi.
But shout out to Heather for real. I literally just got off a call with her 2 days ago. She's literally such a beautiful soul. Like, yeah, So shout out to, I will literally send her this clip. We really appreciate you.
Oh,
And then
I'm in your head.
yes, no, you really are. We see each other. We literally, I think, I kept going by the booth, but you were so booked and busy, Mr. CEO, that I just couldn't get a hold of you. So then I think we went to the LGBTQ tech.
Yes.
That was it. Yeah. Yeah. Was that also your favorite the conference as well?
Did we?
Was that your favorite part of the conference as well? The LGBTQ?
Yes. It was the favorite. It was actually my favorite part of CES. The whole like CES was like, this event was the best one.
Yeah.
All events, because after there was another one, but it was not the same. It was not the same vibe. It was not like, there is a really, it's different when you are in an inclusive space. Although, like I was telling Jessica, it's the same. Like when we come, like, okay, we will introduce that later on, but when we come to a deeper level in the LGBT community, it's not the whole community that accepts the other letters. So we still have this small, like, it's different, but you feel safer in a LGBT space. So it was definitely the best event.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I do want to talk about that later, about just like you said, the different letters. Like, I didn't realize that when I came out as queer, I was like, oh, okay. Like, I thought I would just be fully accepted, especially because I was bisexual. But we'll get back to that. I'm gonna put a mental note in my head. But first, I want to introduce y'all. I'm not that great of introduction, so I would love if y'all can individually introduce yourselves, if that's okay. You want to start off with Jess?
Definitely, ladies first.
Yeah.
Introducing the
Ladies
beautiful,
first.
the most amazing, the gorgeous, the best, Jessica.
That's me.
All about you. That was amazing. You do all my introductions on my show.
I can do that.
So my name is Jessica. You can call me Jess. I'm 27. I'm pansexual. I'm a Capricorn. I actually work with this gentleman that is my best friend at HIGOtech. I'm the international projects coordinator, so I basically have to create the link between HIGOtech and the other countries by clinics, associations, and organizations. And yeah, I like what I do at HIGOtech. I also love to sing. And one day you will stream your girl.
And my
Yeah,
girl can sang, okay? Like sang. She's not just saying it.
and this has to be said. She did America's Got Talent.
Oh
She
yeah.
did the first one.
Yep.
Bang.
With my sister.
Yes, les caviar. Les caviar. We will write this down.
Yeah, we will write this down.
KAAVIA.
I'm gonna put it. Just send me the link, and I'll put it in the description so they can watch it literally straight from the link. Yep, I love it.
Yes.
I got to watch it. Y'all were.
Did you say that from Cape Verde?
No, I didn't actually. So I live in France, and but I have Cape Verdean origins. Yeah, island, yeah.
Yeah, they talk like 25 languages. She literally speaks 25 languages.
Yes, definitely. I think like I should introduce Jessica because I have so much more to say about her than herself.
It's enough. We will get to know each other through the podcast. It's enough. It's enough.
Capricorn response. I love it. Okay, beautiful. And who are you, Aurelien?
Yes, so my name is Aurelien and I'm the founder and CEO of HIGOtech, the company in which Jessica works works for. You actually don't work, you enjoy. It's not work, it's enjoyment.
It's enjoyment.
I enjoy every day.
I love stress. Ooh.
It's love.
It's love.
It's
No, it's
enjoyment.
passion, of course.
It's passion.
Of course.
It's passion. So it's not even working. I would say I do what I love daily at HIGOtech. We develop digital solution for trans healthcare. Because I am a trans man and I'm proud of it. I'm really proud. Can I say that again?
Yes.
I am proud to be a trans man.
Can you add sexy?
A sexy trans man.
Sexy, y'all.
Look at that.
Oh,
I've been last time you saw me, I had like shaved and I was trying to act clean and everything. But like now I'm trying to grow everything. And...
damn! Oh my god! I can't contain myself.
So I am a proud trans man. I'm 27 years old. I am a Pisces, like Rihanna, like I like to say. Thanks. And basically what do I love is trans health. I'm passionate about trans health. That's what I can talk about every day and all day. I'm also passionate about entrepreneurship. I can talk about it all day every day. I can, if anyone is looking for an idea or wants to collaborate to open a company, please hit me up.
Oh, period.
Period.
Ring gold.
Like hit me up, we will talk about it, we will see if the idea is good, is not good, if we can either help people with it or make money out of it. Let's go. So if anyone wants to talk about entrepreneurship and trans health, definitely hit me up. I'm passionate about those. I also love traveling. I actually lived abroad for a good part of my life. I lived in the UAE.
Oh wow.
For 6 years. That is pretty unusual. And it's something that I really want to highlight in my journey, because as unusual as it is, I think that's what makes me unique and makes me who I am today and gives me this different vision of the world. Talking to different people from different cultures and so on makes you a different person. That's what I believe, because people are different, they talk different, they eat different, they think different, like um you know so having the chance to interact with people on a broader scale is an amazing experience. And I'm really proud of it. So, yep. So yeah, what else did I need to say about myself?
Oh
I
no.
I am an impulsive person. I have ADHD.
Yes, yes,
I have ADHD.
me
I
too.
with hyperactivity and uh I'm very sensitive. I don't know if we can say it's undiagnosed, but I guess I'm hypersensitive.
Yeah, but that's just being Pisces.
Okay.
I was I diagnosed myself with sensitivity. I'm yeah.
Okay, then I'm just a Pisces. I'm super sensitive.
I love that so much. I learned so much from y'all just now. I didn't know you listened to UAE. Like what?
Oh, I'm so sorry because I don't want to forget this. This is one of the most important thing. I'm so sorry for interrupting you, but this is so important. I am from Martinique, which
Yes,
is island in the Caribbean, and I am also proud of that. So I'm a proud Caribbean man.
I love that so much. I love y'all so much. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate y'all. Okay, yes. So now that the audience knows a bit more about my Cape Verdean and my Martinican
Martinican,
Martinique friends,
Martinican, Martinican.
is that a thing?
Martin.
I think we say Martinican.
A
Yeah.
Canadian Martinican?
I'm from Martinique. That's what I always say. I don't say I'm Martinican. I say I'm from
Caribbean.
I'm Caribbean.
Caribbean.
Okay, yes. Thank you. I needed something that ended in an EN or a. Okay, guys, sorry. Okay, we're gonna dive into icebreakers, and it's like a rapid fire, spitfire. Of course, you know this is a sex positive podcast, so it's gonna be a little kinky. But the first one is for the both of y'all. What is your dirtiest sexual fantasy?
Ooh.
Dirtiest?
Dirtiest, dirtiest you can get. If you just to give y'all a tip on mine actually wasn't really that dirty, but it was so fun to me. I was like, oh, I want to watch two guys, right? Did you ever see the Challengers?
No.
No.
Okay, it wasn't really it wasn't worth the hype. They made it seem like it was gonna be two guys
Oh, Zendaya.
with Zendaya. Yep.
Oh, I didn't see it, but it looked good.
Yeah, it was kind of slow, honestly. And they made it seem like they were gonna have this threesome scene with these two guys, when in reality they just made out. So I was like, oh, I watched this whole thing and no threesome. But in my head, my dirtiest fantasy would be two guys like making out, just getting freaky in front of me, and I don't watch. I might have me a little sex toy or something like that, but on the beach.
Okay.
The beach. I don't know. Okay, what's yours?
On a beach?
Wow.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
But that's not really dirty.
It's not. I know.
Dirty for,
I mean,
me is
for
like
me,
nasty.
for
It's like it has to be some kind of like
Like
dirtiness to it, like some fluid to it.
yeah, that's what
You see, dirty seems like like so that's what I thought. So and I don't have
I think I got mine. But because that's the thing, and this is where I don't know if I consider it not dirty, but for some people it could be dirty. That's why I would say. So I would say I would love to be tight and like tight down, and spit in my mouth.
Oh, you're like a spit in my mouth type of guy. Okay.
That's dirty. That's dirty.
Or like like spit like you can spit like saliva, or you
Yeah.
can like drink and actually like spit it in my mouth.
Oh, do you have a preference?
I'm not sure because I haven't tried it yet, but if one day I have the occasion, I would love to. I haven't tried that.
Yeah, and then have her do both, literally, like with saliva and then with the just like juice, and then see what your preference is.
Yes,
Yeah,
I would definitely. I know I like both.
like without even trying. No, I literally know. So I love that.
I know for sure. Yo, guys, I know for sure this is a thing. I
Damn.
know this is a thing. I just haven't tried it, but I know this is a thing.
Okay.
I saw it in videos.
I love, but but now that you say it, now I want mine to be dirtier. But I get it. There's a spectrum of like, there's a spectrum, right, of dirty.
Yes.
And it depends on what you've experienced. But yeah, Jess, could you think of one? If not, we can come back to it, or else I have some other ones. Believe me.
I think I had one. Oh, it's not dirty,
Okay.
but I think I would like to try pegging.
That is it. Fuck my other one. That's it. Yeah.
I need to, like, one day. I'm not really in a rush to it. I think I actually need to prepare myself too, like, you know. But I think I would like to try it once.
Absolutely. I love that so much. Yeah, I feel like I'd have to practice like my thrusts. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to thruster. So yeah, I want to try that too. I love that. Okay, I actually think I might know Aurelien's response for this. I don't know. Am I saying your name right?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. I'm in my head about it sometimes. Do you watch porn? And if so, what kind of porn is your favorite? And let's see if this correlates with what we discussed while we were at the convention.
Okay, you know that we actually spoke about this like 2 days ago.
Oh well.
Like like we were trying to see what
Each other
was watching on, because I don't know, for me, I guess for us, can I speak for us?
Yeah.
We watch it on X.
Oh.
Name changed. Twitter. X.
Oh.
Yeah, the name changed and it's the perfect name they found. X. That's where I watch my porn. Like,
Yeah.
I don't do anything else on Twitter than watch porn.
Okay,
the threads are good sometimes, but I think it's a mean app. Like, people are so mean on that.
So mean.
And I'm so sensitive, I cannot.
I love it.
Like,
Just like, bring it on. I heard they have the best porn. I heard.
Have good porn, but you need to find it. But the thing is, you need to actually send yourself. I guess that's what everyone does. You send yourself the videos so you don't lose the account and you can go back. Bref, it's a whole thing. And we were actually trying to look at each other's
like he wanted to pick my phone and I wanted to pick his and see what each other watch.
What each other are look. But then we ended up not doing it.
Yeah.
Because
could never.
Yo, I watch wild stuff.
I could never.
I'm so ashamed.
Based on what you told, one thing that you told me that you watch, I understand why you didn't give Jess your phone. I fully understand it.
You understand, I watch some stuff that I wouldn't want myself to say out loud. Like, I wouldn't say it out loud. You know the kind of stuff you watch? Maybe you're alone in your house.
Maybe everyone watches it, but like, it's so...
Yes,
it's so...
Everyone does, but do it in your corner, bro. Like, you know, it's the type of porn that I watch. I don't know about you guys, but even if I'm alone in my house with security, so I would be against a wall. I check if there are no windows. I check if the sound is not too loud. I
There's no cameras.
Reduce. No cameras.
Wow.
I put a VPN on sometimes.
Oh my
just to some video. So let me tell you. I watch. I watch.
Okay.
But sometimes it's out of curiosity. I think that's the thing also about porn and sex. And I have a friend. I have actually there are three friends and they are entrepreneurs, and I was in the same program as them, and it's an amazing company. It's called Des, and it's in France. And basically they are developing a mobile app, and it's about it's porn, but listening porn.
Oh, audio porn, yeah.
Audio porn. So it's an audio porn app, but the particularity is that it's about its stories, and it can be about many different subjects, and it can also be about which part do you want to stimulate. So if you want to say, so it's gender inclusive,
Oh,
because it's not about like, oh, I'm a man and I want to listen to women, or I'm a man and no, you can select and you can actually say, oh, I want I like my ears to be stimulated. So the audio that you will listen to would be something that, actually like stimulate. So it's actually such a nice idea because of the way we consume porn nowadays. And it's sometimes just curiosity.
absolutely.
Sometimes I watch porn and it's just curiosity, and I'm just like, or sometimes I can watch a video and I'm disgusted, and it doesn't give me the same vibe anymore, and I need to watch more, or like dirtier, and you push it sometimes and
Yeah,
go into curiosity more than you just love it.
that's deep.
What
No,
is your favorite though? Because that was the question.
he's dodging the question.
What was your favorite? Like, let's say
I'm trying.
like category
Yeah,
then?
like for instance, my favorite would be squirting, and like the most strange one that I would probably say that I like get off to a little bit. Y'all are you're never gonna believe it. Farting.
No way. It's a thing. I mean,
It's a thing.
it's a thing.
It's
It's
a
it can
thing.
be a thing.
It
And then,
is. You
and then
cannot
It
see it
is. It is a thing.
already.
It is already.
It is. It is a thing.
it's like, oh, and I'm like, and it's curiosity. It really is, but sometimes like they're really sexy. So I'm like, oh, well, this is turning me on a little bit. But I did my dad caught like he saw I had it was grosssex.com like in my tab, and literally it was like people taking shits. I know that. I know. It wasn't my brightest moment.
I don't think I ever got caught watching porn.
Ooh, I wasn't watching it though. He had just like looked through my like browse, like he was using my computer. And then I
Oh,
was like 12. It came up like in the tab, like,
You
grosssex.com.
were 12.
Y'all,
Watching people shit on other people.
out of all
Wow.
porn,
At 12.
at 12.
Wow.
isn't it like
Oh my
18 plus?
I probably just lied and said that like I was going
I mean, that's true. I used to lie
You
also.
just had to say, yes, I'm 18.
like that's they don't really do too much verifying that. They do a little bit more now, I think, if you're in like Texas or Florida, but yeah.
I think that's a good thing. But I'm not saying about the age. I don't know about the age, if it should be 18, or I don't know. I think it should be earlier. But I think this is a good thing that it's actually regulated in the way of like if they verify ID and stuff, because some people like be putting like videos that don't belong to them, or like stuff like that.
1,000% agree. That is a totally different discussion of just porn itself. Like we can definitely talk about that in another episode as well. Like just the
Definitely.
yeah.
I just had one question about the fart. Is it like pussy fart, you mean? Or
No.
like, so if you have a partner and they fart,
No, I'm not turned on by it. That's the craziest part about it.
Oh, it's just porn.
It's just porn. So that's what makes me feel like it's the
I
curiosity.
understand you
But how is
so
it?
much.
But
Oh
how
my
is it
God.
like? Is it like people farting on people, or the smell of it? What is it like?
It's like
It's
what's
just,
or what is it in the video?
is it in the video?
Both.
Both.
Answer to both.
Usually, yeah. Usually, the ones that I've watched have been solo people. Because here's the thing. Here's the other weird part is that like I don't like vomit, and as much as I was not into, but curious about poop back in the day, I don't know why. I have no idea why. But as much as I was curious about that, I don't want to see that in the videos now. Like if I see like poop about to come out or like somebody's about to vomit, like I don't want to see it. So I don't watch as many fart videos as I used to. But if she's like really sexy, sometimes she's like, oh, like my stomach hurts, and then she'll just be farting, and then it'll be like close-ups of her butt, like but she usually have like a fat ass. But it's kind of cooler when they're like more natural. I don't know, but like if my walking and like, but I would not. I'm like, what the fuck? Like I don't know. I would judge internally.
Okay.
Okay, I see.
Because
Now
I
I
like
get it.
fart, but so that's why I can't judge. But if I don't know. Okay, go ahead.
I mean, you should try it. I mean, try
Did
it.
you ever?
Would I ever?
Did you ever?
No. No. Well, I farted in front of a partner before. Never sexually. It's always just been like, oh, I got to fart, and then just do it. But and it's because I lived with my partner for 2.5, 3 years. So I had no choice. I couldn't hold in my farts for but so long. But we were not comfortable with poop, which was very interesting. Like I would go downstairs to take a crap. It was my house. Right. Yeah. Insanity. What's y'all's favorite porn?
My
Wait, what's
favorite
the question?
porn. We didn't answer it, but I think my favorite porn would just be I don't have a favorite porn. It just changes. It depends on the mood. It depends on the I would say my favorite porn category would be amateur,
Oh,
which is
yes.
yeah, it
Sorry.
would be amateur. I don't like actors and stuff like that. They be faking it.
They
I
act bad.
Yeah.
I like to see if the and it's not a thing for me to judge if the person is having pleasure or not because so many people like act and they can like act. However, the realist it feels, the better it is.
Yep.
That's my favorite category.
Yep. I totally agree. Yes.
Mine would be I love BDSM.
Ooh.
And otherwise I just need it to be like Black people or a Latina.
That part.
Latina will always win.
That part. Yep.
Can we talk about this on air?
About what? Porn?
Watching white porn?
Hell, shit, I do all the time now. I have let me
Uncomfortable.
I
I
don't feel
Makes me
comfortable.
uncomfortable watching white porn.
I've watched it. I've watched white porn, like of
I've
course. But
Is that racist?
it's not racist.
Yo, cut that.
It's not racist because somehow like you're trying to please yourself and it's okay for you to try to somehow connect with what you're watching, you know. And
And-
sometimes you need to like feel like I mean, there's a lot of people I know that tell that like they watch porn and they recognize themselves in what they're watching, you know. So
There's this form of
watching,
representation.
you see, like watching porn with like two black, like a Black couple would be different because like watching just two white people fuck would be like straight voyeurism.
Exactly. Yeah, like I feel like I can't necessarily fully relate, if that makes sense.
Yeah, probably that's yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I feel like the white people who listen to my podcast know like my stance on them in general. Like I'm hurt from like slavery and like all the fucked up shit that they did. But then I have like some token people in my life who are like really solid to me and really contribute to my life and to my well-being. So I'm grateful for the beautiful good apples of the bunch and those that can acknowledge that there are also some horrible asshole bad apples of the bunch.
Yes.
Same with there are assholes of Black people. And assholes come in all different colors and sizes. And I like to watch farts come out of them, no matter the color. With that being said, okay, another icebreaker, then we're gonna just jump into it. How often do you pleasure yourself? And what's a surefire way that you turn yourself on?
Ladies first.
So what's the second question?
The second question is, what is like a guaranteed way that you can turn yourself on, and how often do you pleasure yourself?
Well, I think I could turn myself on whenever I want to turn myself on. Like if I want to, it will just come.
It would just naturally, yeah.
I'm pretty easy to to get started. And the first question was how often? Oh my God. Actually, I don't know, like a lot.
Okay.
A lot.
Yes. Come on, self-pleasure.
I mean, but I mean, no, it's like when it's okay, it will be like maybe 4 times a week.
Okay, that's beautiful.
But most of the times it's more like there's weeks where I don't want anything, and there's weeks where in a day I could go crazy with it, you know?
Yes.
So yeah, like right now it's not really balanced.
Yeah.
But usually like when it's balanced, it would be like 3 to 4 times a week max, I think.
I love it. Aurelien?
I liked her answer. It's not like I liked your answer. Is I I relate. I relate to her answer. What I on my end, it would be the phases where I don't do it would be when my libido is
Off.
my sexual drive is low because of testosterone. It affects like hormones. It affects a lot, a lot, a lot. Sometimes I have peaks where like I'm so like yo, it's hard to contain. However, and I can do it like she said, like 10 times. However, sometimes, like I said, when it's low, and I'm even like with someone else, I'm just like, yeah, it's just like, yeah, like, fuck it. Like I'm not. Or when periods of stress for entrepreneurs, periods of stress, and like you have to do something in a specific job, that also makes me not do it a lot.
Yeah.
So I would say you said 3 to 4 times, five,
A week.
4 to 5 a week.
3 to 4 a week.
But I also do it sometimes if I need to sleep
Yeah.
and I can't sleep. Yo, if I need to sleep and I can't sleep,
Straight.
bah,
Straight.
bah, bah. Or also if I have a lot of stress and it's
Yeah.
too much stress,
Yeah.
just takes a pressure down. So,
When I'm sad too.
mm,
To try to just like get the endorphin. What is it? What's the happy hormone?
The thing in
It-
the brain.
They conflict.
Dopamine.
Dopamine. Yes. Yeah, I get that. I get dopamine and melatonin mixed up.
melatonin,
Oh, yeah.
baby, take it this time. I don't wanna see us winning together. You don't know this song?
I don't think
Melatonin, baby, take it this time. And that's how I
Okay.
remember what melatonin is. That's my like thing to know what melatonin is. It's
I love
basically
I love
yeah.
it. It just popped out in song. That's so me. Like, yes, I love when people just pop out in random. I mean, it was correlated. I do want to ask you about that. I have so many questions, but I wanted to ask because you touched on, and by the way, this was a hard question. Like, how often do you pleasure yourself? Because if I was to answer online, you probably think I do it like 5 times a day, every day. But like you said, it depends on my stress. It depends on my hormones. It depends on if I'm sad, if I'm ovulating. Y'all, I'm ovulating this week. You already know. Chain me up. Like movie. And I have a bit of a hormonal imbalance, so it's like real high, real low. But I wanted to ask, earlier you talked about testosterone, and that must be such a challenge. Like when the testosterone is high and you feel that heightened sense of sexual energy, do you feel fulfilled after you say knock one out 10 times, or is it still not because the hormones are still just kind of, or the testosterone is still raging?
I mean, it helps.
Okay.
When it's the peak, it helps to do it by yourself. However, you know how it is. If someone is doing it, it's always better.
Well, not for
Not always. Not always. Sorry.
no.
Not always.
But it should.
Yo,
It should.
It
I,
should.
I heard that some people are dating for like 5, 6 years and they never orgasm.
No. Mm-mm. No. Yeah, I know. I know. I know. Crazy. Yep. And don't say anything about it. Like they won't even vocalize. Yeah.
I am out. I
Yeah.
am out. I can
Yep.
give it a year.
A year?
So you improve yourself, at least give the person a chance. Give
You
a
have
chance.
to class.
Give a chance. People learn and you can teach each other and learn and stuff like that. However, if after
A
a
year
year,
is too long.
no, it's not long. I mean, because like by the time you meet, you start to understand each other. Like you know how you connect on like a deeper spiritual level the more you are with
I mean,
someone.
I guess I don't care because I'm into like open relationships. So if it's bad, I don't care. I would, of course,
Sorry.
find someone else.
Right. That just might not be your partner for that. Maybe you connect emotionally, but it's not.
You improve yourself for your year and you'll see each other after that. Because I'm not waiting a year for someone to make me orgasm. The fuck?
Ladies, take notes. I can wait a year.
I love it. Okay.
I think it comes with being trans as well.
Maybe.
Because also on this level as well, I will talk, and basically on this whole um exchange, I will only talk about myself, and when I talk about experience and transition journey, I'm talking about my own journey for myself. The pleasure I used to have before hormones and after is different. Because of the outgrow, you know how when you take hormones, for some people it's the clitoris will grow. um it grows. um and the texture is different, the feeling is different. The Even when you touch yourself, you have to learn how to like you that was for me. I had to learn and see how can I pleasure myself with this new body of mine, if I can say that like that. And I guess that's why I have empathy towards like
Mm.
someone actually learning, because I know it's hard. And I think pleasuring a cis man and pleasuring a trans man might not be the same. I don't know.
Wow. That is so eye-opening. Like it's not even funny. That's so I love that has helped you have this patience for exploring sexuality and exploring somebody's body. Yeah. That is so deep. And I wonder, it seems like your experience is really unique because even like say a cis hetero man, I'm not sure what their relationship is with masturbation, but I know for me as a cis hetero, as a cis, whoa, oh, no, as a cis queer woman, oh my god, I almost thought I was heterosexuals, but as a cis queer woman, can I be cis and queer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. As yeah, I feel like I know that my experience with pleasuring myself was really unique. My mom bought me the sex toy. I know y'all know the story, but a lot of cis women don't get that experience of exploring their body. So I think it's so interesting that as a trans man, you're able to have that experience with yourself. So wow,
Yes.
that's beautiful. Okay, I will have
By
more
the way,
with people discover like learning my body and giving me pleasure. And thank you for that perspective.
and don't ever ask us if you can be something. You can be whatever you want. If you want to be trans and queer, if you want to be whatever you want, and the way you want to label yourself is always valid, whether we approve or we don't approve, because we don't have to approve.
This gonna be the mic, and I'm gonna drop it every motherfucking time. Damn. No, that's so true, and that really resonates, especially just in my journey of queerness. Like even feeling like I didn't have the terminology, like, oh, should I say I'm bisexual? Like, should I say I'm pan? Should I say I'm queer? Like, I don't. I'm just gonna say I'm a Tia. But this gives me you affirmed me in being able to validate my own experiences. So thank you.
Validate your own experience, and things like change with time. Things change with so many different, like I know that some people are like will listen to this and have an opinion about it, but listen to it in 2 years and tell me if you have the same opinion about this. No, I'm 100% sure. I mean, I don't want to say 100% sure because people will say that I'm basic, but I believe that we are growing, we are changing, we're exploring life, and we can change. We can be whatever we want as long as we're not hurting people and we're doing things with people we like.
Yes.
If I want to fuck with that person, who are you to tell me not to fuck with that person if that person wants to fuck with me?
Yeah. That
If you wanna,
that part. Do y'all feel like labels are needed, or do you feel like labels complicate everything and are making the world a whack place?
I think they are needed in a way to actually like say a bit of like to give it a global perspective. But I think it's not, I think the labels are not the problem. I believe that the problem is the way we stick to it, and we are so not flexible and being like, oh, okay, so if you say you're this and you put yourself in this like label,
Definitely.
you cannot be something else. You cannot like something else tomorrow. You cannot change your mind. You cannot, and I feel like that's the problem. Because if we think about it, I can say, oh, today I don't know, like I can say, oh, I am heterosexual. Like as of today, I can tell you, Atia, I am heterosexual. Tomorrow, I meet this guy and he's like what I like. I don't know why, but I like him, and I say, oh, maybe I'm not like hetero, maybe I'm bi, or maybe I'm pan, or maybe I'm whatever I want to label myself. But it can change, and I shouldn't like be like, oh, I'm heterosexual, so I should not be accepted. Like, is it the debate about like we're all pansexual, I think, or something like that?
Yeah. Like I always say that like I think at the end of the day, everybody was born pansexual. And your experiences in like your culture, your religion, and this and that, like the education of your parents and stuff, like your country, uh, a lot of stuff can come in and make you choose anything you choose, like. But I think anyone could fall in love with anyone because we're just people, you
Yeah.
know. The only, the only like barriers we have are physical, and it's ridiculous for me, but I understand, I respect. If you guys want to stick
Yes.
to one kind of people in this world, yeah, you guys
Do it.
you,
Hey,
but
do
I
you?
will not. I refuse. There's too many fishes in the fucking sea, guys. Please.
You rebuke it.
I rebuke it in the name of God. Oh, no,
Oh,
no, no,
this guy.
no, no.
No, but
No, no,
definitely.
I love, like, really, God is love. Is love. It's literally like
All
love.
love. Yeah.
You, you know,
Now
yeah.
wait.
So, and for me also, the thing with like labels and stuff, I feel like gender is, I don't feel, we know gender is like a social construct. So whatever anyone feels right, like labeling themselves is fine with me, like I think at the end of the day, again, we're all humans. So, I feel good identifying myself as a woman, so I do so. But I think like if the society wasn't as it was, no, I would still be a woman. Because I'm just a girl.
Yeah.
I cannot be anything else, so yeah.
No, yeah, that makes sense. And I always think like if I was to explain like race, gender, or sexuality to an alien, that shit, like the constructs that we have around it, it's like what? So yeah, I love just the accepting it all and calling it a day. I love that. Thank you so much, y'all. This is so beautiful. I literally have so. I told you, I'm not even halfway through the outline, but I love the conversations that are just naturally occurring because it's just sparking stuff. So, Aurelien, that question is actually for you. I wanted to know what is the most popular question that you personally get asked when people learn that you are trans man?
Did you have surgery? Oh no, the first question or reaction? Because there is a reaction before the question.
Both.
You want the reaction. So the reaction is, oh, it doesn't show. Like it doesn't show, they didn't, like, they wouldn't notice or something, and they try to make it like as if like I should be flattered because this is a compliment. Oh, your passing is good, and this is a compliment that I'm giving you because your passing shouldn't be good. I should look like something else apparently. So this is the first thing. However, no hate and everything. Like we said, empathy. People don't know, and we're still learning. We're still on this journey all together, and we're learning. If you don't know, I can accept that, and we have to welcome and be more treat people more with respect and
Empathy,
empathy. Yeah. So that would be the first reaction, and then the question would be, did you have surgery?
Wow.
So, oh, the reaction is this, I wouldn't see. Then they start directly, the eyes goes from my eyes to my chest. and you can see it. So the eyes go from we're talking, then it goes to the chest, and they check if I have breast. Then they would have ask, because I think this is like, if you're looking at something, the question will pop. If I had like surgery, sometimes some people can ask about my dead name. What was your name before and stuff like that. I don't even know why that's important. But if you tell them, once I just want to make this small thing, the small
Parenthesis.
parenthesis. I don't know if that's an expression in English.
It is.
Um,
Should I do it when I type?
okay. So small parenthesis. I met a girl and she didn't know I was trans. She found out when we were texting and everything. And when I met her, I remember the first time when she found out that I was trans, she asked really like she asked questions that were not like really appropriate, like my dead name, if I had surgeries, like so many different questions. And then the next day she actually came back to me and she was like, oh, I looked online and I was not supposed to ask you what was your dead name, and I'm sorry if I did. So you see, that's why I'm saying some people will do stuff, but it's not like, when I say this, I'm not saying it as like I'm being mean and I and stuff like that. But it's really a thing. People will ask about the like questions that do not concern them. Jessica has a different vision of it. We already spoke about that, on the fact that to her those questions are not questions. Do you want to say your mind?
I don't like giving education to people. I
Mhm.
don't have the time. I don't have the patience. I cannot hear questions like that, actually. Like, I would be like, the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, if you, and I mean, I don't know, like, it's 2024, if you don't know something, just Google it.
Right.
You
Yeah.
don't, like, oh, but I get it that, like, this experience shows that actually the way that you approached it made her go look for it and somehow like find out for herself that she shouldn't have asked you, but why didn't she look up before coming to talk to you? Like, she could have
But that's the thing.
saved time and saved like some
No, you know who that was.
indiscreet.
You know who that was. She found out like we were together.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
I will tell you later on.
Sesame Street song while you were talking, so nobody heard. No, I didn't hear it.
No, I was telling her the girl's name.
Yeah. Yeah. And also,
I'll tell you her later. She's
okay.
so fine. Yeah, she's so fine.
Jeez. But yeah, like for me, like, she shouldn't have. And I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know what questions would maybe feel wrong to be asked to me, but like, if anyone asks questions on some, like, there's stuff that you shouldn't be talking about. Why are we talking about this?
What
Like,
do you
I
have
mean,
between your
like,
legs?
she was a date, actually, so maybe you may feel different about that, and I mean, I can understand it. There's intimacy and stuff, so yeah. But like, people, when people, like, when you disclose it and people just be asking stuff like that, like, just no filter, just like the brain goes da 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 da, and they just saying it.
Yeah.
Wow. So the fact that you just learned that I'm trans made me less human, because you're not thinking before talking to me.
Preach.
You're not thinking, like, we were talking about anything, and at some point you learned and you became like, you came into my life, like, you were like, oh, but why this and this and this, and tell me this. Why should what, like, I mean,
But that's the
it's
thing.
so private.
It is.
And it doesn't make you who you are. That's like, I mean, if you learn that someone is okay, so what were we talking about? Let's just keep on, and if the person wants to talk about it and disclose it, like, okay, but you shouldn't be like interrogating people about their life when they didn't tell you they wanted to talk about it, so I
But
don't
that's
know.
the thing also. People are not very educated on trans identities. So they so you have this. This is the thing. I feel like some people are very curious and they have bad intentions. Some
Mm,
people do. I know, I can give you a list a long ass list of people who ask me question, and I know, and they act like they care for you and they just wanna like know and stuff. Yo, guys, don't even do it, because we know for sure that you're just being curious as fuck and you just want informations. So sometimes we can make the difference between someone who's genuine and
Yeah.
wants to know
Of course.
and want to have like this, like you see how we're talking together, you have this experience of mind that you cannot have if you read things online on trans people, right? So I get that, and I also get the ones who, you know, are just because of society so not educated. Trans people are dehumanized. It
Mhm.
is it is true, like most of the thing, and we talk about it a lot, is like when before in people's mind, like when you say trans, it's basically you're a prostitute, like you have to do sex work. If you don't do sex work and you're trans, it's not like you're not like, is it trans, like trans people are sexual workers in back in the days in people's mind. So now nowadays I feel like in people's mind trans people are like, you know, they have this image that's like changing and shaping into something different and understanding something different. But back in the day, it was only on sexual workers, and you know how we don't have like we see how society treats women. Like, so
Yeah.
how would they treat like trans women?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah. And then there's the battle that goes on, or the anger that it seems like cis women have towards trans women, which I can't even participate. I don't not participate, but I can't even read the debates from the cis woman side because I'm just not like I can't. But even just
No,
It's
yeah,
turf.
they're
yeah.
called turfs.
What'd you say?
They are called turfs. I think
Like
Turfs.
like a turf war, like
like
Ters?
TERF, but
No,
I don't
that's the
know.
name of the people who are non like feminist, but not inclusive of trans
Yeah,
people, I think.
trans exclusionary radical feminist.
you're fucking lying. That is a
Turf, turfs. Yeah,
you have the whole world word trans exclusion. They
Yes,
yeah,
of
turfs.
course.
Yeah. In
I
France, there's two of them. In France, there's two of them that actually are with the far right. It's far right, you call it,
yes.
like the far right.
Conservative.
Yeah, the conservatives that wrote a book.
They wrote a book, they called it Transmania. And basically it's literally like talking
Yeah,
about how trans identity is like a disease and like something that like people created, like psychiatry created it, like the LGBT community who you know, those people who are really rich. By the way, if those people are listening to this and you want to invest into the agenda, LGBT agenda, I'm here. Listen, I don't know where those investors are, those people who invest into trans identity. I don't know what they're talking about, but if they're listening to me right now, listen,
please.
please, those people who are pushing the LGBT agenda, who are pushing the trans agenda, contact me if you want to invest, because those people, to me, are nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
When I'm trying to pursue my mission to help trans people, they're nowhere to be found. But those women are telling me that some people are pushing an agenda. No, those people are just pushing what they believe in and pushing into helping people who look like them and helping people who share the same values. That's it.
And looking for respect.
Right.
Just respect.
And just like, you know, basic human
Rights.
rights. Basic human rights.
Please.
So anyways, so they wrote a book and the book is all about that, and they are basically turfs. So they are like feminists, but they don't include trans women. But they were
So they're not. They just don't know it, but they're not.
They're
they're
really
transphobic. Transphobic. It's a transphobic book.
oh, that's in y'all literally just I hope that someone else is winning this with me. If not, maybe I'm the only one that doesn't know this, but y'all just taught me something so new. And now watch me see it now. Like watch me see turf somewhere, or it's gonna come up, or our phones will
Listen,
come up.
just
But
think about this. And it's very important for you to understand this in the space that we live in. When you go into a space, know that 50% of the people in the space you're in are transphobic.
damn, 50%. Like how does that feel? being a trans man, like walking into a room and feeling like, and knowing 50% of the room is transphobic? Like, how does that make your experience?
You have to think about it in a way of like all those people who are transphobic are in another city, and in the city that you're in, there are no transphobic people. So you can navigate into the space. So you don't really, it's not really something that I think about anytime I enter a space or anything, but sometimes I remind myself of that.
Yeah.
Some people are really like, and it's it's scary how like they wouldn't tell you and you wouldn't see it. You know, it's the same.
That's
Like
the
so many
thing.
people are conservative, but very conservative, and they have like thoughts that are like, wow, but they would never say it to you. They would never say it to you. But online, they would create fake profiles on Instagram and stuff and go on pages and be like, oh, this is bad and fuck this and our kids and then they will always like anonymize it because they don't want to, be pointed as like, oh, you're transphobic. But it is transphobia. And so you start like trying to be positive, because at the end of the day you need to be positive. We cannot live in a world of fear, and every time I go out I'm scared, or every time I do this I'm scared of, so you think about it, it can come back, especially when you encounter a bad event. Like for example, if someone said something to you or had an action that was like weird or anything, you can overthink it and actually see people differently. However, the best is to always think positive and think that like people, they don't know about it. Sometimes I just like to think, when I think about French people, I just think of them as like the opposite of ultra super conservative. I see them as like more not into religion. So if I'm into a black space, I see the transphobia more than if I'm into a white space, if that makes sense.
Wow. And do you feel like it's because of the religious piece? Is a
It's
big part of it?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
So I would see them as like, so many times I met some people and they're just like, oh, okay, so they don't even ask you. They don't even care if you're trans or if you're whatever. They don't even give a fuck. Like they only care about their lives. I don't know what those people do. Me, I like to listen to other people's life. But those people, they don't want to know anything about you. They don't want to deal with you, and they don't care. They really don't care. They don't have an opinion. And to them, even once, sometimes one person told me like once, yo, but people, transphobic people exist. Like they were not even aware
Oh
that
wow.
people can be transphobic, because to them it was so like, oh, that cannot exist. Like it's like I'm telling you,
Shouldn't exist, but yeah.
It's privilege. It's called privilege. It's called privilege.
it's actually a privileged
It's
person.
just called privilege. Like you're like, wow, why would that exist? Yeah, because you're like, you're there.
Oh, yeah.
True,
It's not
You are
impacting.
there.
Yeah.
You don't see all the dirty stuff
true,
Yep.
true.
in here.
But
Yep.
they could have seen it. Some people see the dirty stuff and they're really involved into it. Look at those women. Why do you get so much involved into a cause? Like you write a whole book, you don't talk to trans people, you don't interview them, you don't like. I haven't read the book yet. I have to say it on for the recording. I haven't read the book yet. I will read it. I'm just waiting for someone to give it to me because I'm not buying this book.
Oh yeah. What please? You
My
don't
friend will my
audio.
friend will finish. My friend will finish reading it, and then I will read it, because I feel like you have to actually like understand someone before like insulting their work. But however, from what I know, this is very transphobic. So those people, you can see that they are privileged. However, they really are concerned and want to be involved into
The
the
cause.
cause and being transphobic. But some people are just like privileged and they don't even understand that this can happen to people. Last time I was talking to a trans woman, a white trans woman, and she was like, I can't even imagine what it is for you.
Mm,
Because you see how it goes from
it's
if
still yep.
if we have to like put everyone
Yeah,
in the
it's a
order.
pyramid.
God damn.
It's a fucking pyramid.
Like I get it. I get both sides. Like when we were back talking about like if you feel like you should kind of help inform and explain things to people and help give insight or resources for them to educate themselves versus just not feeling like fuck that. Like they don't you need to spend your waste your time educating these people. There's Google and there's open resources. I feel both sides of that so deeply. And I don't really know how to find the balance. It's almost like when I was homeschooled and people would ask the same questions over and over and over and over and over again. And so in the beginning, I was like, oh, like, well, I get it. You know, what they see on TV is not what my experience is. Like, they make homeschoolers look kind of weird. I'm cool. I'm weird, but I'm weird and I'm, you know, like I'm a cute weird. And they always ask about socialization. That was the first question for me. Like, so how do you socialize? When people meet public school kids, they don't walk up to them and say, how do you socialize? Same way, if I walk up to a cis woman, I would not say, do you have a vagina or did you get a surgery? Like, I'm not asking that. So a part of me feels like, yes, it's great to be able to inform people, to hope that they don't have these same questions for the next person that they meet, or like, you know, like, but they have to be, it's also not our responsibility. Like, it's not my responsibility to educate people on the homeschoolers of the world. And it's not your responsibility, you know, but I understand how we feel like it is at the same time. Or when I tell people, I know this is not necessarily regarding my gender, but when I tell people that I'm an animal activist, I'm like, oh, bacon. It's almost like their uncomfortability rises up and they don't know what else to say. They're just like, oh, bacon. I'll never give up bacon. Like, I'll never stop eating cheese. And I'm like, you asked me what I eat. I told you I'm vegan, and you started going all about cheese and bacon. Like, it's
Here's the thing. Because
yeah,
people be so selfish and just about themselves and themselves and themselves, and like just can't put themselves in other people's shoes.
yeah,
You know, it's
yeah.
like every minority isn't asking for much. It's just asking for the same respect, rights, money, opportunities, apartments, jobs. They're white, cis, hetero men. That's all we're asking for. That's all we want.
We want the credit score.
We
Oh.
Thank God that
That's all
doesn't
we
exist in France.
want. That's all we want. There actually is
A credit score?
There's not, but like
We don't have that.
yeah, but you don't
You
like
see how crazy it is there? You have like
yes, but banks don't give like the same like things
money and
to
stuff. Yeah,
young
true that.
people, old people, sick people, and stuff.
Yeah, true. But
Of course, they need to be sure to get their money back. If you're dying in 2 years, I don't think you're gonna have the credit, you know?
yes, you
Even
do. You
insurance.
pay an insurance and stuff. You will just have more interest.
Okay.
But in the US, they just don't give it to you.
Okay.
And like you cannot like have a house and stuff like that.
Yeah, but in the US it's different also because like work laws are different too. They don't even have le SMIC, wish.
I was
Like
like,
minimum wage. You don't have that. You don't have minimum wage.
no, we don't have minimum wage. We say we have minimum wage, and it's like $7, I think. And then I feel like they tried to up it. It's not up to $15 because as a server, I got paid $2.13 USD an hour, and had to rely on tips. It was only getting like 2 to 3 tables a day.
I would never, Aurelien, I would never get up and work for a whole hour for $2.
And had to put 13 cents. Why would you put the 13 cents? That's disrespectful. Just give me the $2 flat. I don't even want it.
How much did you earn like in a month, let's say?
And I didn't work the job long enough to
In a week. In a week.
I'll say average in a day, I made like $75 to $100. And then you have to tip out. You have to tip out
$100 a day.
Yeah, that's normal for people here. Even when you're not a server.
$1 a day with $2 an hour.
No, because tips.
I'm not getting paid.
No. Oh, so you need
you
need to count on the customer.
Yes.
Money.
Yes.
To have money.
Yes.
That is ridiculous. You guys should go on the streets and manifest to get the minimum wage and get your money straight when you work, because you shouldn't work for $2 and count on people that come to eat to pay your salary. You work for a boss. Your boss should pay your salary, not me.
She's telling this as if you're Camila Harris.
I mean, tell her. Tell her.
Well, yeah. But that's the thing. That's why I had to leave America, y'all, because when you're in it, we're grateful. We're like, we get fit, like for the people that get $15 an hour and still only make but so much a day. they're like, oh, we're getting 15 now. Now there are some people who are still pissed about it, but they go to work every day. You're not that pissed then because you're still going to work every day. I was pissed about it, so I stopped working for people, and now I'm working for myself. Am I broke? Yes, but at least I'm broke on my dime. Like, I'm not broke on other people's time. How I'm working 40 hours and I'm still broke? That's sad. So yeah.
I think it depends on people. Everyone has a different experience. For trans people, I would say, about like quitting everything you have, it can be a difficult step because you don't know what you're stepping into, and not everyone has the courage. I get you 100%, and I'm so happy to see Black woman like you traveling and doing what you're doing and with so much confidence and um you have this like your mind is different, and what I wanted to say by that is, for some people, the it's not the you have this like thing that like, oh, I will quit my job, I'm not feeling good into it anymore, and I can find something else, and I have because I have the click, I have the motivation to go and look for something else, and I will find, because I'm motivated, I will da, 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 da. So you put yourself, I feel like, and even in the universe, you put like good like things, so you will attract those good things and they will come to you. But sometimes it's hard to have this thing and be like, oh, I will quit and I will stop relying on the shit that I have to have nothing.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are like that. And it's hard to just leave it like that and have the courage. Not everyone is courageous. So many people are chickens. And that's the people who comment the hate stuff, blah, blah, blah. It's because they are feeling so bad in their lives that they have the time. I don't have the time to go on people's pages and comment on Instagram. So if you have the time to do that, it's that you're really bored in your life and you really you just want to talk to someone or something. I never understood people who put comments.
You need.
Yeah, literally. It doesn't make any sense. And that's the other thing about it is even with the fear, like people that are fearful, I get it. I was scared as shit too. I'm sure you were scared when you quit your job. Like it's terrifying, but it just
It is.
And I have compassion because I get it. You have society, and society's like, you ain't shit without a job, get a degree, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, all right, damn. But yeah, but America is such a depressed place as a whole that I feel like they need to. I don't know how we ended up talking about America and how fucked up it is, but I'm happy that we did because I would like for my American listeners, I know I have a couple of people listening from all over, but for my American listeners, I need them to know that it's a lot of different stuff going on in the world if you just explore a little bit. So
yep. But American listeners, we do love you a lot.
We're definitely going back to the US, but I'm definitely not paying tips. That's what I said.
Yeah, it's rough.
But you have to pay tips. Look.
No, they have to manifest.
She said, oh, okay.
They have to manifest. There's a price. I'm paying the price. Not £1 more. I don't know. Pound. What is it? Dollar. Cents. Not 1 cent.
But it's not the waiters. Well, it's the waiters' fault because they chose that job. But I know, but I don't know. No, I don't know.
It's the Americans' fault because you guys should go on the streets.
You're right.
And burn everything.
Right.
Like we do in France.
I know. No, for real. America literally looks at places like France over like the gate, and it's like, oh, look at them having a revolution. Like,
oh, what?
Yeah, we thought we were gonna have one during Black Lives Matter, which apparently they only mattered from I think it was like 2016 to like 2021. Apparently, because it's like I haven't really heard a lot about Black Lives Matter lately, but they were like trying to burn stuff down in Atlanta and stuff like that. And then they stopped. That's just what we do. Like we start a riot and we stop. I don't know happening with it as well. I'm happy that you mentioned HIGOtech though, because I wanted to go back to the original question because I had a follow-up question for you and then I had a question for Jess as well. And I'll ask both questions so that Jess, you can marinate on it while Aurelien answers the first question. So for Jess, the question is, actually I'll ask Aurelien here with the question first. When people have these curiosities after you share with them that you are a trans man, well, what in your mind would be the best the best way to bring them up or not. Like, just don't fucking ask. Like, wait for it to come up naturally in conversation. You know, like, do you feel like you want people to be curious and ask you so that they're not kind of walking around ignorant, or do you feel like you're still kind of figuring that out of what you? And it doesn't depend on the person. Like, if it's a stranger versus someone you're going to get intimate with, yeah.
I feel like being trans in 2024 comes with a lot of um the people before us did the job, and I'm so thankful to them. um some trans people did the job, so now we are talking about trans identities, but we're talking about it differently than what people before us were talking about. So I feel like nowadays trans people are trans advocates. So when you're trans, you don't just see it as like, I'm trans. You see it as like, and it's sometimes annoying because we don't represent all trans people. I'm talking to you right now, but I don't represent all trans people. Maybe another trans person will tell you, no, that's not true. I don't have the same feeling. I don't have the same. And it's the same for every fucking single person. Like, you're both women, cis women, and you don't like necessarily have the same life path or whatever experience. So I think it's all different. However, you still have this like thing of like, oh, I have to educate people for the people that will come after me. You know? And it's like, okay, I'd rather, and this is how because I am a trans advocate and clearly and openly, this is how I see it. I will educate someone rather than letting them ask someone else the same question. So I will let them know smoothly with respect that either sometimes I even told someone, sometimes they hurt my feelings. I was talking to this man like last time in HIGOtech. I told him, you were hurting my feelings as a trans person by saying that. Because I feel like we just have to talk to people, educate them, let it, like you said, marinate for Jess, marinate into their brain, and then they will come. You know, to me, you cannot tell someone, oh, you cannot do this blah, 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 because this is bad. It's like you tell a kid, don't do this. You beat him every time he does something. You don't tell him why. Of course, he's gonna do plenty mistakes. But if you do it 10 times even, but if you tell him and explain to him, don't do it because this, that, this, that. So I feel like I want to educate people. I do it, but I don't do it for myself and to have a relationship with them or to help them, or I don't do it for them necessarily. I do it for the people after me and my community and people who are like less, like, if you say it to me at the beginning of my transition, it was very hard. Wow. Wow. And oh, we skipped that question, but we didn't talk about how we met with Jess.
You were Jess. Oh my God, yeah. Oh my God, yes. We have to talk about that, please.
Can I talk about it now? Because it's linked.
Because my question is for Jess is it pertaining to y'all's friendship. So that's literally the perfect segue.
Okay. So basically, Jess and I, we met, where did we met?
How you want to tell the story and you forgot where you met?
No, I feel like I've known her for 10 years. But basically,
Wait, how long have
we
y'all
met on Tinder. We met on Tinder. We actually met on Tinder. So yeah, we met on Tinder, and then we met in real life and we started talking and we instantly clicked because we were like, oh yeah, this in life and this and that and that and that and I feel like Jess is my first like very close friend, um which is part of the community, and you're my first I mean openly pansexual friend.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess no. Oh no, I have others. Oh, I have others. I saw. But anyway, shout out to them. But no, but
I'm the main.
but
I'm the main friend.
Jess is different because the support since the beginning was different. She didn't look at me. I felt like a lot of the times I was looked at like like an animal of like, you know, people they try to understand you and they're just like, oh, and I feel like, you know, I have a lot of paranoia. Sometimes I feel like people go back in my back and they be like, yeah, he's so weird and he's on and you know, I didn't feel that towards her. So I was very comfortable and all of that. But you need to know that back in the day I didn't have beard. All of this was non-existent.
Okay.
This my face was very much more feminine. It was before, like it was at the beginning of hormone. Like you knew me, I started the hormone like 6 months ago or something.
Not even
And
like 2 months, maybe 3 months max
yeah,
before.
yeah. So basically, she saw me differently, and I saw that in her eyes that she was seeing me differently. So that's when we clicked, and
I was seeing you differently.
like not
Differently
like
from what?
not seeing me differently, but like first of all, you were like you knew me. I already transitioned, and I was on hormone. That was one. So you were not that friend that knew me before,
Mm.
you know. So there was this part. So I felt like, first of all, in your head, I didn't have to prove. That's the first thing. Because so many other friends, I have to prove. I don't know why, but it's always some friends like they just got it and they be like, "Oh yeah, bro, you've been like this the whole time." And let's be honest, like, bro, move on the side. You know, but for some people, it's always like, oh, we didn't see it. How can it be possible? Or, you know, it's most of the like it's like very religious people and like people who are very transphobic and stuff like that. So I feel like with Jess, it was not the case. You never saw me as like, oh, you never I don't know. T'as jamais
I never
questionné my
seen like
identity.
other
She
than
never
a
questioned.
human being.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
She never questioned my identity. My identity was never a subject. I think you never even asked me questions.
I didn't, because it's like it doesn't
That was
it
the
doesn't
difference.
define
I
you.
think that was the difference.
For me, it never defined you, and like it is actually, yeah, you're actually the first trans person I met.
I,
I actually met and talked to. Like I didn't need to talk to a lot of trans people or know a
but
lot
you're
of
already
trans
part of
people.
the community.
I didn't know shit about that part
You
of the
are
community.
already part.
And actually, he was saying earlier that when you get in a room, 50% of the room is transphobic. It's actually the same percentage in the LGBT community.
I believe that.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
half of the community. Like I could have been.
You could have been.
I could have, and I didn't know anything. I didn't meet any trans people in my life. Like all the people I knew were like celebrities and stuff. Like
Most people from the community never ask me questions.
okay.
Oh,
Like they can
Okay.
be transphobic. They can be.
Okay.
But they would not ask you question because they
Yeah, they
already
know
aware.
better. They
They
know
already
better.
aware. They know what they know
Okay.
everything. They know.
Okay.
Do you get what I mean? So that's on this level. That's what I mean of like you're part of the community, so you know what a trans person is. You knew what a trans woman was and a trans man was. You didn't have to know deep. You didn't have to understand because you are part of the community and you already know that about yourself that you didn't have to understand that you're trans.
Actually, I think there's something I looked on Google.
What?
Trans men and trans woman, because that was not.
Oh,
But it was before we met.
I used to do the
Like because on your Tinder profile, actually, it was written trans men.
yeah.
So before we met, I actually checked
You
that.
checked.
I checked
Yeah.
that. I was like, oh wait, I think it is what I think, but wait, you like how
Oh, okay. It
like
was the opposite.
like, but yeah. Besides that, I was like, okay, I guess
Yeah.
if he wants to talk about it, we will talk about it. If not, I mean,
We
we're here
never did.
to get to know each other. Like I
We
don't
never
care. I don't care. Or if we did, it was because you started the conversation. Or if we did, it was like
Yep.
now that like we're
Yep.
super comfortable
Yep.
talking, and you know that
Yep.
I would never come to you
Yep.
like
Questions.
with like
Yep.
maybe we question, but not with like a bad feeling behind. Like a bad intention behind. I mean,
Yep.
And
But how long what?
how long had y'all known each other? Or have you known each other?
I think 2 years and a half, something.
Are you kidding?
No.
No. My whole reality has got fucked up. I thought, God, I really thought y'all have known each other since you were like kids.
No. No.
Like, I don't know what I thought the timeline was, but I don't know what so now hearing the story, it makes sense, but I still thought you were gonna say like at least 7 years. I don't know, like that's
2 years and a half.
It does
Yeah.
feel like it, but
Yeah, it does feel like it though.
it does feel like it. But you know, I feel like
Someone
sometimes in
the
life
mother
you meet
give me the thing.
sometimes you meet those kind of people in your life that you know you feel like you known them
It just
for a long time.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, to close up on this question, I think this was and I'm actually realizing now this was the big thing about you and the difference that you never asked me question. You never was like digging
intrusive.
into and being intrusive. And it was always about like, I know that Jess knows me, but the real me. Not the me that people know, not the me that you're listening to right now. She knows the me, like the me, and she sees.
Yeah, get it out. Let
She
it out.
she sees the me, but you also you have flaws and you have
Oh, I was not saying that you have flaws. Oh my God.
Oh, okay, I thought
That
you were
was
saying it in a negative
that
way.
was so.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought
Them. Oh my
I
God. Okay. 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 Thank you. Thank you.
Be
I
you.
didn't.
Like let all of
Wow.
it out.
I thought you were saying it in a
No.
negative way.
I'm just like,
Okay.
yeah, let it out. Like, be yourself.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll always encourage you to be yourself. And I know I have flaws.
Oh, and that's the second thing. The second thing, and that's so important for me as a trans man, is to know that whatever sexual orientation or gender orientation I decide to have, because it's my decision. I am what I am, and no one can say what I am, right? People I would talk about it with, I feel safe. So for example, if tomorrow I say I am attracted to a man, I can say it to Jess without her thinking, oh, he's gay, or directly thinking, oh, that's what's gonna happen now, or seeing me differently. Because I think the whole thing is about seeing me differently. And I feel like you wouldn't.
Because it doesn't have anything to do with me. That's just it. Like
But
who
you
you
also,
like,
Tia,
who you are, doesn't have anything to do with me. The only thing we should share is a connection and like talking and experiences, not like, oh no,
thinking.
why would I define yourself somehow in my head and you have to be like that? It doesn't make sense. I don't have to define you.
That's what
Only
some
you
people
can do
do.
that.
That's what some people do.
Well,
They put us in a.
change your friends.
I love y'all. This is so fucking fun. Thank you so much for that. And that's the perfect segue into my question for Jess, which is what are the ways that you show up for your friend when he's experiencing, say, these questions about dead names and things that you feel like are insensitive or even transphobic comments? Like, what are ways that you are able to support him when navigating dumb asses?
I think I'm a good ear.
Very good ear.
I think I'm a good ear actually. So just
very
like
good ear.
venting is good. I think venting is therapy. So yeah,
I vent a lot.
yeah, and I think I hear a lot and I try to understand, not judging, never judging, because it's not happening to me. So how could I judge? So never judging and actually we've come to a point in our friendship where sometimes I think I how do you say, I tame you,
Okay.
like on like there's stuff there, like you need to sometimes talk to me, as I do need sometimes talk to you too,
Mm.
even if the feeling you have is rightful and you need some way to address it, and need some way to
Like channel it.
yeah, channel it and be sure you're like expressing yourself with with the most respect towards the person, even if you're hurt, you know.
Mm.
So I think like, and I'm not talking friendships or stuff. I'm talking, for example, the CES, the guy that was like, and I was like, like we were talking to an actual transphobic guy, and he was like, he was going for it, and I was like, just giving taps on the side like that, like,
Wow.
Know it.
he saw it. He actually saw
He
it.
said something
He
about.
actually saw it, but
He
I
was
don't
like,
know.
"Yeah, you shouldn't be like this. You shouldn't be hurt and feel your feelings and blah 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 blah."
Oh,
I was
that's
Yeah,
not
he
like,
what I was
all
thinking.
the
"You're literally
guys.
talking about my life. How can I
Yeah,
not be like? You're talking about my life. You're not
yeah.
talking about what I do for a living or my job. This is my like this. This is what I live."
Yeah, and it's hard when you're in a business setting and you have those emotions and you want to express yourself, but then it's
But now because of this ES and everything, now you know, this is learning. This is a learning experience. I learned from it. Now I'm very much more calm. I take things
Yeah.
way less I'm
No, but it makes me laugh because I was actually thinking about it and I was like, but there's also, I'm sorry for the ones who don't like it, but there's some astrology in it also, you know?
Mm,
Like, I mean, you're in the clouds, you're very like, you have like, you're Pisces, but you have ADHD, like, there's no one more in the clouds than this guy right here, you know? So he's there, and I am a fucking tree. I am on the ground, like I'm pulling him down here. I like sit a bit, stay here. Remember, we are humans, we live on Earth. We're not birds, okay? So stay here for a bit. But I actually think that in our friendship, you actually do the same thing with me.
yep.
Like, you, from when we met and now, I have a lot more like, I am a lot more in the clouds. It's contagious, so we're balancing.
I love that though. You need the balance because as an earth sign, we can be, I don't want to say too grounded, but like so deeply rooted, we don't move. So if you have that kind of, the balance, I think that's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
She does have a balance, and there's one thing I want to did you finish?
Yeah.
There's one thing I want to add is also about in our friendship, the very big thing also that changes for me as a trans person is that you understand my hormone flow,
Mm.
because hormones have an impact on the way sometimes I can get irritated if it's by the end. I think it's things now that you notice that you
More than you, actually. I, I actually notice more than you. Like, it's.
That makes sense. That makes sense though. Like hormonally, I feel like sometimes there's like a with just humans in general with hormones. Like for me, for instance, definitely not comparing my experience to your experience, but like when I'm about to be on my cycle and I know that my hormones are a little bit different, I feel like there's like a shell, and I'm not even able to really recognize it. Like emotionally, I'm all over the place. I'll be really quickly irritated. And then it's not
yeah.
until I check my app and I'm like, oh, it makes sense. So the hormonal fluctuation and the testosterone fluctuation makes so much sense.
Yes, definitely. And you know, when you have your period and you have like like you feel hot, you how is it, hot blush,
Yeah.
hot flashes, and you feel a type of way and you don't want to see people and you want to eat chocolate. That's the same thing. Like sometimes I feel like I'm low, I don't want to see people, like we talked about earlier, the libido, the sex drive. I don't have sex drive, and sometimes it's the opposite. I'm super hyperactive. If I did my injection, and by the way, she does my injection by
Oh,
now,
okay, go Jess. Go Jess. The injector.
every time she's so scared because every time, you know, she can fucking make me paralyzed. You know, if she puts it in the wrong spot and puts like air or some stuff, you know. But anyway, she
I,
does it.
I will not kill you.
Why? But I can be deeply schizophrenic.
Paralyzed. It can be paralyzed.
Eh ben, now she does it. Also, that's a detail. But Yeah, we were saying, yeah, so basically the hormones, like, they shift and they change. So having a friend that understands that, not to it's not something that we're saying, oh, I will be very moody and I will be mean and I want you to accept it. No, I'm actually trying and I'm fighting for it. It's just my mood. It's just like how, like, I'm moving, but I know that, like, she understands it, and sometimes if it's too much, sometimes it can get too much. And I can understand that, and we talk about it, but at least she gets it, that if I'm screaming or I'm being hyperactive or I need to run, and she encourages my activities, whether it's for ADHD, when I need to put my music and run in my house like that. Like, she would tell me sometimes, like, bro, like, you need to go do that because you need that, like, go do it, or things like that, that she kind of sees. And I don't have this in with anyone in a relationship. Actually, now that, like, actually with Danny and Flavia, which is her sister, and her boyfriend, which is my friend. um the what?
No, my sister's boyfriend.
Oh, you
She was
got
like,
your
"Ah, you have a boyfriend?"
Jess have
I don't.
boyfriends and girlfriends and just
I'm just living life.
I love it. I love that. I'm sorry, I cut you off though. You were saying that
No,
you.
don't worry, don't worry. But with them, so my ADHD is something that we talk about and we joke about. So I feel like them as well. Sometimes they get it.
Yeah.
When I have, if they are aware and educated on some things that I can experience as someone with ADHD, sometimes I notice, like Flavia, she would say, "Oh, bro, like, it's ADHD."
Mm.
Tu vois? I realize that sometimes they realize that I'm just having ADHD or something. So
Yeah, your brain just doesn't function the same.
yep. So I think it's a big thing to have someone that supports you in that. Takes a lot of, weight on your shoulders.
Wow. Wow. That is powerful as shit. So basically, everybody should join Tinder, and you might meet your best friend.
Yeah.
Hey, Bessie, that's my Bessie in the Tessie.
Yeah. But yeah, actually, there's a lot of people that go to the like dating apps to
Yeah, I
just
met so many friends on dating.
yeah, just to meet,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, I said just to meet people.
Yeah,
Like, come to a new city.
literally, I made better friends on Tinder than I've made with lovers. So I would think,
Yes, 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 same.
yeah. When it comes to your if you feel comfortable answering this, when it comes to injections and the hormone therapy, do you feel like that like there's gonna be change? Like, do you see change in the world of like science with helping the fluctuations not be so vast? Is this question making sense? Please, 'cause I feel like I'm like not asking it
It
correctly.
is. It
Okay.
is making sense. It is making sense. And this is exactly what we're doing with HIGOtech and with the current app that we're developing. So with this app, Transminder, it's our flagship product, like flagship solution, I would say, because we say solutions because we want to solve a problem.
Yeah.
But our flagship solution, Transminder, is a mobile app that will help trans people to manage their health and manage everything that's related to hormone therapy. So it's a tool that will help them and empower them. But basically, to answer your question, um, when we think of hormone therapy, a lot of people do it. They buy online products, which can be dangerous, self-medication. A lot of people share their products, so they would share the because when you open the bottle you have like 1 milliliter, they will share half, that's dangerous because they don't have a follow-up, it was not prescribed by a doctor and so on. So those can be dangerous and harmful. So I don't feel like in the healthcare space there's visibility on this issue for them to tackle. That's what I mean. It's we know this issue exists, but it's not visible enough to put tools to tackle it in order to improve hormones themselves. I don't know if I make sense from
Yeah.
jumping from that to that, but if we don't have the visibility on the actual issue, we cannot jump into having solutions to improve what we're already giving. Um, Hormones are the same that are given to cis people, like testosterone is testosterone, estrogen is estrogen. However, I do believe that we can do some solutions for trans people. For example, in France, we have two types of testosterone for trans men. You have one that you have to do, for example, every 3 weeks, and one that you do every 2 months. The
Okay.
one every 2 months is very expensive. They don't reimburse it. It's I think 160 euros for one injection, but you have to do it every 2 months or 2 months and a half. It depends on the person. However, the ones that you do every either 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, depends on the person. This one it's reimbursed, so you can have social welfare, no, healthcare plan, and they will reimburse it. However, it's not the same. So I feel like in between those two, there could be something that is made and actually tailored and tested and a lot of different things for trans people. In
Mm-hmm.
the past, they changed. I know, for example, in the new version of testosterone, they're using castor oil, but in the previous version, they were using another type of oil, and they realized that it was not going into blah blah blah. So they did some research. So I feel like those research can also be implemented
Okay.
in the trans healthcare space
Yes.
to improve hormone therapy.
Yes, I love that though. I love that you're finding solutions and not waiting for science to catch up. Like it seems like science is science, but you're literally making a major change, a major difference.
You know, every time I talk about my project to people, and mostly like investors and stuff like that, they're always like, "Yeah, but it's a niche project. Like it's small amount of people. It's always like just a bunch of people. It's 2, 3 people. Like we don't know those people. They don't exist. Like last time I was with
Yes.
Me
in
too.
the Vivatech, someone told me like yeah, like I never met trans people and stuff, la 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 la. And I was like, but how do you know someone is trans? And I let him talk, and I was like at the end, and he was telling me stuff, and I was like, but I am trans. Did you know I was trans? And he was like, no. So people
Sorry. I'm sorry.
don't know. People don't know that their neighbor is trans or this person is trans. So
Uh,
they don't see it because to them, a trans person is someone who has a bad passing. And
wow.
when I say bad passing, I don't want it's
Of course.
but
It's like what society
someone,
sees.
yes, exactly. What society sees, and to them that's what a trans person is. So and even this man, he was like, after he looked at me, he was like, yeah, now I see your features and I can tell.
Are you kidding me?
Like you have feminine features.
What? Yo, yeah, I
So
don't know how. I don't. Maybe you've just had so many ignorant experiences that I know it doesn't reduce the impact of it, but like that makes my stomach boil, like my blood, like I can't even form a full sentence. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people?
but
Bent. Sorry, continue.
yeah, but that's the thing. Once like you like the first time as well, it happened to me. I was mad. You see?
Mhm.
It's the first time you're hearing it. It's the how many times did I hear that type of.
Mhm.
So I take it differently, and especially from the person as well, it can change. So if I see the person is like, I already don't feel your vibe and you're pissing me off, and I see that you're just a mean person or you're just like stupid,
Yep.
I can act different. But
Yep.
what I wanted to say is that so many people tell me, yes, it's just a small amount of people. Trans people are not that big of a deal for us to create a solution for them or for us to do stuff for them. So yeah, so that's all I wanted to say about
That
being
should be.
invisibilized.
Yeah, thank you for that. But and I was also going to say though, they must not know about the part that first of all, that statement itself of it being a niche app that you're developing is bullshit. Also, you have an entire part on your app for allies. Like,
Yeah.
so I like but I'm learning a lot from you, to be honest with you, because I can be extremely reactionary and some people thrive off of that. Hence the people who are like bacon or I love circuses or whatever. And it's like the I guess after you hear it but so much, you can't even let your body process it anymore because it's just not fair to you. Like people are gonna be ignorant. So I get why you work on not internalizing it because then
Exactly.
yep.
Because if you're internalizing it, you are bringing this whole like bad vibe, negativity into your life. Like I realized how bad my mental health was the past month because I was internalizing so many things and um experiencing the world as a transphobic space
Mhm.
instead of being positive and in my zone and not caring and giving a fuck about what everyone is thinking or doing or can say about me or all that type of stuff. So you can really like kill yourself by internalizing things because you will take those home and this person who told you that doesn't even care. Like they're back home like talking shit about you, about like telling their wife, oh, I met this is crazy, blah blah blah. But then you're there like suffering from it. Like it's
Yeah.
not worth it's not worth it.
Or they go home and they're like, oh, how's the chicken? They just totally forget that instance even happened and it's stuck on
Yep.
you. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. I feel that so deeply. So kudos to you for being able to find the tools. And that's what I wanted to ask you as well. I know you talked earlier about how sometimes Jess will suggest like you put on music and you go run. Do you have any suggestions for when people are feeling triggered? What do you do physically to be able to get that energy out? Or if you're angry, what do you do to be able to really channel that anger into something to help release it in a healthy way?
I have unhealthy ways more than healthy ways.
Okay, it's one of those
You know why she's laughing? You want me to tell you why she's laughing?
why?
Because basically, one of my unhealthy behavior when I feel so stressed and there's so much on my mind and I just feel like I need help.
Mhm.
And who can I ask help? The best person that can help me, Jessica. So one of the past year I've been doing that or
No. I think like when you started preparing the
the
CS.
CS, yeah, I think it's from the beginning of the year. It was a lot of stress. I do this, and even when she's not there, I do it. I say, Jess, can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? Can you
Randomly.
like
Randomly.
literally I'm just there, sometimes alone in my house. Jess is not there. I'm doing something. I get submerged, overwhelmed.
Yeah.
It just goes out. Jess, can you help me? Because I think I got so used to saying that. So she's so pissed. Now when I tell her, can you help me? She doesn't even answer
I
me.
don't even answer anymore.
Bec-
And because like we've been telling this, he has ADHD.
Yeah.
So at the beginning of this phase, he was like, Jess, can you help me? And I'm down to earth. Like I told you I'm a tree. So I'm like, yeah, what's up? And he just wouldn't answer anymore. He just would like keep doing what's stressing him out and just randomly say it again. And I'm like, yeah, just tell me, what do you want? So now I just don't say shit. And
Yeah,
he was like, help me. No, but like for real, can you help me?
I need the
and
double
then
confirmation.
but if it's for real, basically now you know. If I tell you, can you help me? It's not real. It's just sometimes I get overwhelmed. It just goes out
Okay.
because of the stress. But sometimes if I really need the help, and I will just tell her in details. So I need you to help me with that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's not just can you help me? Because when I say can you help me is like I'm drowning right now. Like
As you
I can't breathe. Just like give me oxygen or something.
yeah.
But I don't know what you can help me with.
You're like
I want help, but I don't know with what.
I understand. So if you could pick two, I'll give you my two for myself, which might help. If you could pick two, and Jess, the same goes for you. If you could pick two healthy habits for yourself when you're feeling, say, triggered, overwhelmed, sad, anxious, whatever those feelings may be, stressed, what would those two be? For me, it's writing. If I'm too, say that I get depressed sometimes. So if I'm depressed, I don't feel like writing. So or I don't feel like moving. So I'll write and I'll do like a brain dump and just dump it all out. If I don't feel like writing, I'll do a voice note dump. That's been what's helped me. Like if I want to go off on somebody, if I just do a voice note dump, I feel like, okay, I basically made a podcast. I'm good. If I feel like I'm so anxious and I can't get still and I can't calm my body down, and I'm just like this nervous wreck, or I'm too sad, but it's like showing up as anxiety, I'll work out or I'll dance. That like mad hard though, like not like about like I'm going, like I'm getting like those are gonna be the two things that I start, because I too have not the healthiest. I'll go smoke a joint. I try not to go to liquor when I'm stressed out, but it's usually you see me smoking a joint. And that's not unhealthy, but my relationship with it is unhealthy. So if y'all could, can you relate to
I think you just pushed a button.
that? Okay.
Can we light up one even? But
Say less. Say less.
Okay. What are two healthy ways that you would be able to implement into your lives when you're feeling stressed, overwhelmed, dealing with assholes, feeling triggered, whatever the case may be?
so go ahead. Oh, you want to say for me and I say for you?
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Oh, that's a great perspective.
Wait. Wait.
Do you know for me?
I feel like I know.
Okay.
That, like, for example, like when you're very stressed and overwhelmed and stuff, you love walking. You can walk for hours
Yeah.
and listening to music. Like she can walk for like an hour, like from this city to another, you know?
Way more than an hour.
She
I've
can
walked
walk.
for hours. Oh
Wow.
yeah.
And
Oh. Actually, I want to right now.
So-
It's been so long.
yeah,
It's been so long.
so long since you haven't done
It's really like therapy for me.
I believe
Like
it.
I've when I was younger, it was worse. Like I would actually come home from the club by foot. I would walk like 4 hours straight and stuff like that to get from Lille to Croix-Roubaix.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I love
One.
walking, and it's not because like I couldn't afford the Uber or there was no transports or I couldn't go to a friend's house or something. Like I really wanted to.
Yeah. And is there
I
any
really-
That's one.
Yeah, nice one. Huh?
okay?
Yeah. The
Nice one, because I wasn't thinking about it now.
the
I
second
forgot
one
about it.
would be, I don't know how to say this, but like she's a person, if she's frustrated or she has like something, she will not tell you, because I'm not sure if it's fear of hurting the other person or something like that, but she wouldn't say, she would just stay silent, keep it for herself, and you just like close and you would just swipe on videos, watch YouTube.
Is that a
Well-
healthy mechanism though that helps you through
No,
it?
that's healthy.
It's not healthy. Like the YouTube and stuff is just distraction, actually.
Okay.
Because I mean, something that I find good about myself, it's like I actually can sense the moods and sense like when something is off in me and. So what I would do when I watch videos and stuff, it's most of the times it's because it's at its peak.
Mm,
Like really, I need to actually distract my brain before killing someone, before hurting someone in this, because yeah, it's too much. No, not
Oh no.
not you. Of course. Yeah. So yeah, but after all, I will close it. But it's because I like to process alone.
yeah.
I need to process alone. Like I know that like a lot of people, like everybody has their own experience, their own ways of seeing things, and I need to like close. Like actually, one thing I would love to do is the thing that actually kills all your sensors. It's like a bath. You need to be like in the water and and you don't hear, you don't see, you don't feel
Ouais.
nothing. And I think like it's actually that kind of stuff that I try to achieve when I close myself. Like it's like, okay, let's process it alone. But sometimes it may be hard because people around don't understand it and feel like I'm shutting them out when I'm just like locking myself in because I need to be with myself. Like when I was at my parents, because I had a big mirror in front of my bed, I would actually sit in front of the mirror and talk to myself like process it like like really like say like, okay, so you feel like this because of that, because of that, because of that, but how did you react? How like
Damn.
I do it a lot. I do it a lot. And now I just do it like in my head. And something I try to do a lot is like not let things affect me. This is like the goal of my life. It's like, okay, bad shit happened. This may happen. This may happen. This may happen. So what should I do for this not to happen anymore? It's change my reaction to it. And if I cannot change my reaction to it, I need to take it off
Do
my
you
life.
work on that? I feel like that's like part of your personality. Like when I tell you, yeah, like I don't like me, I'm someone I don't like when people think something bad about me. Like
Mm.
if I go to my friend's house, I don't want their parents to think bad about me. I don't want, but sometimes I tell Jess like this person thinks that and she's like, why do you give a flying fuck? And she says it like out of, and I'm just like, because I have to give a fuck. So I thought that literally for you, it's not a work that you do. I thought this is you. You don't,
It depends.
because you actually don't care about what people think
like
about you.
there's something people say about like, sorry, astrology again, about Capricorns, is that like initially it's a soft heart as fuck.
What?
And it just gets harder with time because like we're so sensitive at the real core of it that like everything you say will sound like for years of my life, anything you would say would be like, I would be like, what the like, you're actually hurting my whole being, like any, for example, my Flavia Cuckoo, my little sister that I think is really like susceptible, or like you cannot, I feel like she's someone it's hard to tell her when she's in the wrong, like she feels it like an attack to herself, like. And actually, I saw a video from a French YouTuber that said, like, your opinion doesn't make you. You are not your opinion. You may think this, and this, and that, but it actually doesn't define you. I know it's funny to say that when I think, like, transphobic people are kind, racist people are kind, but I guess they have good parts of them, but I don't want to know them. But yeah, like you are not your opinion. And since I know that, since I've heard that phrase, something really clicked in my head. I was like, wow, like I don't have to defend myself, my opinion, my anything, like like a real battle, because I am not my opinion, and I don't care what people think about my opinion, actually, because I might actually think worse of theirs. So let's just.
My mom's a Capricorn, so everything that you're saying, I know that when she watches this, she's gonna be like, "Oh my god, I feel like resonate with that," because it's so true. Like y'all really do start off with such soft, open hearts, and then as life happens, you're like, "You're not gonna keep fucking with me." And then, like this protective barrier, but I love that you protect yourself. Literally, like not everybody is does that, and I think that it's also beautiful that I feel like Capricorns are able to really create boundaries, but I think that you sitting and talking to yourself in the mirror is huge. Like for a while, it was hard for me to look at myself in the mirror, like into
Yes.
It is hard. You guys actually should start it, because it wasn't easy at first. I don't even know how I started it. I think like first I was like maybe like doing makeup and stuff, and I was like, oh, but this and that, like just talking to myself. But I was watching like into my eyes, and like the thing is, even like we are the best like I will not say that on camera because I have best friends. Okay. You are one of the persons in the whole entire world with who like I've connected this like much,
Universe.
universe, yeah, and galaxy, and
And beyond.
and beyond Milky Way and stuff. And but I don't remember where I was going with that.
Best friendship and your maybe appreciation. We were talking about looking in the mirror, reflection.
Yeah, thank you. So you're you're in the universe, the galaxy. You're the person with whom I've connected the most. One of the persons. Sorry. Okay, but like I could never talk to you the way I talk to myself.
Definitely. I cannot
You,
talk to you the way I talk to
you,
myself as well.
you see, so but talking like to yourself in the mirror, like you're someone else, and like having to watch yourself like in the eyes while you're saying that, you actually cannot lie, because like your brain knows it.
I lie to myself.
But
I lie to myself until I
watching
believe it.
yourself in the mirror.
Oh, yes.
But like I don't talk to myself. I didn't talk to myself anytime. I do the like talking to myself in the mirror was really like on the struggles.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
big struggles. Like for instance, struggle with my boyfriend of the time. Most of the times it was that I was like, God, send me a sign and I will drop his ass. I swear, like, and I would talk to myself and be like, okay, what's the pros and the cons? It's always like that. Okay, what's good, what's not good, and sometimes something that actually, for example, on that strategy, something that is good, you will say it, watch yourself say it in the mirror, and be like, you know why it's not really good, and like, when you're talking to someone, some things you don't say.
Yeah.
There's just some things you don't say, like you want to protect this part of your life, or this feeling you had, or something, so you just say the surface of the stuff. But when you're talking to yourself in the mirror, even if you don't pronounce it, when you watch yourself in the eye, you know what you're thinking of, and the person in the mirror knows what you're thinking of, so you cannot not be honest, like.
Damn.
Yeah.
I see it differently because thank you for sharing this tip, because I never heard of that. But it's not on struggles. I'm too scared to face myself and tell myself what I did wrong. I would say that in my head, but I'm incapable of looking into my eyes because I feel ashamed. To me, shame is what makes me who I am, and shame is what makes me understand that I did wrong. So I cannot look into myself because I'm too ashamed. However, I can look into my eyes to tell myself things like at some point I had this period of I'm a narcissist.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I don't give a fuck. I am a narcissist. Whether this is positive, whether this term is negative, take it how you want it, everyone.
Wait,
I am a narcissist.
can a narcissist, like, I feel like people who are like truly narcissists, not to diminish what you feel about yourself, but just a quick thing. I feel like they're not self-aware enough to acknowledge that they're narcissists. You know what I'm saying?
I am a self-aware narcissist.
Okay.
Catch them talking to themselves in the mirror, you will know.
Okay.
They know. They be new. Oh, they know.
So
They know.
what do I do in the mirror
They
for
know.
a long time? And this is why I started believing that what you say is what you are, and what you do is what you attract. I mean, what you say was you attract, because I was not confident. This whole me that you're seeing now with the little bit of confidence, because I feel like I'm not there yet. I'm still on the journey. I'm not there yet. I'm not bossy yet. I'm not the me I want to be yet. But I think I'm at least a good 60-70% there, you know? So to do that, before I used to like look at myself in the mirror and tell myself, bro, you look so good. You're the best. You're the smartest. And I wrote that words of affirmation, and I wrote that on my mirror. It was written on it's still written. It's written smart, kind, happy, all of those things. And I look at myself and I tell myself those things. In the moment, I lie to myself Because I know that if right now I go in front of the mirror and I say, I'm so pleased with the life I have now and I'm so happy, I know that a part of me is, but there is another part that wants more. So I'm not fully satisfied. And I acknowledge that. So I lie to myself because I know that by lying to myself, it's what I attract. I didn't used to, before I couldn't look at myself in the mirror.
Wow.
Now I pass a mirror, I see myself, I almost sometimes I'm asking myself if I'm gay because look,
Because I'm too
yo, I
handsome.
find myself so fucking attractive. But look,
Wow.
that was not the case before. So that was not the case before. But so many people tell me like I don't look that good or whatever. This is the thing. You can tell me that I'm not smart, I'm stupid, I'm selfish, I'm this. You can tell me any type of insult. You tell me I don't look good, I wouldn't believe you because I know I fucking slay. I look so good. Every woman when I walk in the street, yo, I know that if they could, they would. You know, I am fucking something. I am like, yo, I have skills. I know what I'm doing. So I started all of this. I convinced myself. I was like, yo, listen, you're good. You look good. You do da 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 da. You do da 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 da. You do. And then it grew. It grew. It grew. It grew until I became what I used to say, and it's even too much now. But
Wow. I know we're too confident, but maybe there's a such thing. You're like, I'm living proof. I love it. Now, I just wanted to say, just to the audience, we are in two totally different time zones. So right now, it is literally like about to be midnight in their time zone, and it's like what 4 o'clock on my time zone. So as much as I am loving this conversation and I'm loving everything, I know that we have to wrap it up, and I don't want to go. I don't want to leave.
me
But
too.
so to wrap this up, we are going to have part two. We're going to have story times. We have some stories that y'all have to hear. I'm going to get interviewed, which I'm so excited about. And
Yes.
yes, we're gonna put the thing down, flip it and reverse it. So I will be the interview.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be so cool.
I cannot wait. That's gonna be amazing. And then yeah, story time, some more questions, all that stuff. So before we go, I wanted to ask if you had a word of encouragement or something that you just like to share for the trans community, if it's just a piece of hope, piece of love, whatever the case may be. And then Jess, you can also give your final words of encouragement, whatever you feel in your heart. And then plug yourselves.
Definitely. So, to the trans community, I would say, we are strong, we are not alone, and we can do things. Whether they tell us we can or they say we cannot, we can do it, believe me. And I just want to say to us trans people, keep going, keep faith, because I don't think that no one else in this world understands and has more empathy than us. We can understand a person that has like difficulties understanding themselves because we went there. We actually, it's something that's really deeply to me linked to trans identities, learning about yourself, and this work of like finding out who you are, not who you are, because they tell you can find out who you truly are, like putting the world against you sometimes to be you, and the real you is a different experience than just find yourself. So I believe that we have the power to empower others in a way that we should be confident about because we know what we're talking about. We also, like I told you, that you have as a Black woman and entrepreneur and traveling the world and so on, we have the flexibility, we can adapt to things. We can also think on a bigger scale out of the box. And that is what is needed in life and what is needed to succeed, according to me, in this society. So to me, the word would be for trans people to, yep, just keep going, never give up, and keep spreading the word and be an advocate for us with love always, and don't internalize things.
Ooh.
I will let Jess say her words.
I think we had the greatest of times.
Yes!
And I would like to say to anyone listening, watching, that like my advice is always just be who you are, because you're the only one that can do it. You're the only one who can be you. So please just be up to the task and just be you and love.
Be a bad girl.
Be you and love. Be you and love. Please love. Just love.
Do you have a last word for the bad girls?
Working the nyash on a yacht. In a thong.
I love y'all so much. Like, I'm so grateful. My heart is so filled. I cannot wait to do part 2. Thank you for all of your transparency, all of your love, all of your unapologeticness, all of the education. I learned so much, which I freaking love. That's the whole point of this podcast. So thank you for being you. I'm giving you hugs right now. With my
Wait. All right.
somebody just grabbed my I love y'all. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Oh, plug your socials and HIGOtech.
For the end, yes, for the end, I just want to say, if you want to follow HIGOtech or contact me, please do not hesitate. My LinkedIn is Aurelien Honoré, and the website is HIGOtech with an S .com. So HIGOtech TECHS.com. We are launching Transminder, our application, very soon, so stay connected. You can also follow us on Instagram, HIGOtech, or LinkedIn. Also, we're more active on LinkedIn than Instagram. And oops, I forgot what I was. Yes, please. My shirt.
For everybody,
Bangs, bang,
read
bang.
it for the people who are listening and not watching, please, because it's amazing.
Oh yeah. So, my horoscope says I'm horny. My horoscope.
I love it. I love it.
Say I'm horny, so hit me up. Aurelien Honoré, LinkedIn. Yo, all the bad gals, all the entrepreneur ladies, all the CEOs, all the founders, yo gals, hit me up.
You don't want
And
to.
boys, you can hit me up too. We never know.
Period. You never know. Period. Fluidity.
You never know. I'm not into it right now, but we never know.
You never know. I'm good. When I come to Lil or Lily.
Leo.
Lil. When I come to Lil, I'm gonna get a tattoo that says "You never know."
Oh.
I'm getting one too.
Oh, in French.
In French,
We're
absolutely.
all getting one.
On ne sait jamais.
I have this so that I know how to spell it.
Of course. On ne sait jamais.
I love y'all. Jess, did anybody want to plug your personal IGs, or you want to just keep it business?
Please follow Jess. Her music, she sings very well.
Follow Jess on Instagram. Jessica Martin on. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Jessica Martin on LinkedIn for work, and follow Jess on Instagram for my bad gals.
She posts bad girl stuff.
Yeah. Because I only have bad gals on my team of it.
Period. Oh, talk to them. That's my mom.
Tell them, please, Atia. Tell them.
You know, that's the whole thing about being trans. I often say, and sometimes people don't get it, but it's I don't even get it. It's my honest truly desire to be a bad bitch. I like honestly, people think I chose to be trans. I didn't choose this life. Listen, this life chose me. Because honestly, if I could, why would I want to be a man? I would have been a bad bitch. Yo, I already have the contact. I have the numbers. I would have the daddies, the sugar daddies, the everything. You think I chose this life for myself, of fighting, doing this, having the social construct of building a family, providing? No, not at all. All I wanted to be is
Providing.
a bad bitch.
He said providing.
Staying at home, do machin with the kids. I would do that, no issues. If I was a bad bitch, I would slay.
This is my favorite part of the entire. I love every bit of it, but that I'm literally crying. That is the funniest shit of my entire life. Thank you. So no, I think everybody can be a bad bitch. I still feel like we all have our own inner bad bitches. Like no matter the
But
gender.
you know what type of bad bitch I'm talking about. Yo, I would give the coochie. Damn. Oh, by now, I'll be on a yacht, twerking my ass in a thong.
Damn. Now you have to literally provide for us while we twerk our asses in a thong. Sorry.
I'm joking. That's not how I see society. But that's not how I see manhood. I'm just talking about social construct. Social construct. But however, I do not think I should be a provider and everything. I don't think that. but being a man is fucked up. Being a man is fucked up.
I literally, yeah. This is another rabbit hole that I want to go down. I literally want to go down. I want to talk all about this.
Oh, to talk about being a man?
Oh, that's a tease. That's a tease for the second part.
It is.
And I'm putting all of the links in the description. So y'all, please follow this entire journey. Jess's singing musical career journey, which I'm so excited about. HIGOtech with Aurelien and Jess. I love it. I love y'all. Thank you.
Amazing, you got it.
Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.